Very good evening to one and all. My name is Saumil Shah, and today's tutorial is gonna be how to use TensorFlow inside a Docker container. So my goal is basically to try to teach you how to create Nginx, WSGI, Flask, everything with TensorFlow. So basically using pre-trained machine learning model in your Docker containers. So let's start. I'm gonna be showing you Elmo model, which is a word embedding model that we are gonna use in today's class. So first of all, head over to TensorFlow. Excuse me. You wanna go to the learn section. I wanna go to the TensorFlow. Oops, sorry, not that one. Actually, you wanna go to the. You wanna go where it says. Hold on. There was something. Browse. Yeah, this one. Browse more models. Then you wanna come here and you wanna basically go to the text model. On the search option right on the top, you wanna select an Elmo. Click on this model. You want to download this URL. It's gonna be a 300 megabytes model. So it's a pre-trained model that we use for word embedding. Or you can go for a lower version if you want. I mean a light version of Elmo Lite. So yeah, just download any model and let me show you how to. The gist of the idea is basically wrapping into a Docker container. So I have a folder here. I'm gonna create a new folder here which says TensorFlow Docker. So I'm gonna say TensorFlow Docker. Now I'm gonna start creating my packages inside this. Okay. So the very first thing even you wanna do is basically first of all you wanna have a file called as Docker Compose. So basically you wanna have a file called as Docker file. So which essentially means that this is a Docker file, right? So I'm gonna actually create on file. I'm gonna click Docker file. So I've added that. Okay, I'm gonna close that. Let's create the hierarchy, I would say. So now you wanna create a compose file. So I'm gonna come here, new file, docker compose.yaml file, do that. Then you wanna create some env variable because usually always a good idea, wanna follow the best practices. So wanna copy, wanna new file dev.env, do that. After that, we wanna have one more folder here, which would be called as app. So inside that app, we wanna create our, we wanna create our folder structure. So I'm gonna do that. So inside this app folder, we wanna have one more file, which is called as WSGI file, or also called as load balancing. So I'm gonna click here, file WSGI.ini. Now inside this file, I'm gonna also have one more file, which is also called as requirements.txt inside that directory. So done that. After that, I'm gonna have one more file which is called as app.py, which is basically where our main Flask app is residing. That's done. Now we will have a directory called as API. See how I'm organizing. This is a production ready code. So new, wanna click on the directory, call an API. And now inside that directory, you wanna create one more file, basically a package. So it's gonna be a dunder init. So new file dunder init.py, and inside that we'll just have one of the API route called as a controller. So let's see how I'm organizing stuff. That's the idea. So I'm gonna call controller. Inside that we wanna create one more file, use.py. So that's all our structure. Now we need to start filling in data everywhere, here and there and everywhere. So as I said, I'm gonna be using a very basic Flask API. So first of all, I'm gonna start from the outer directory. So let's start with the Docker file. So I'm gonna fill the Docker file here. So I'm gonna use Triangolo, WSGI, Nginx, Python 3.6 version. I'm gonna create a work directory, copy everything from the current working directory to the directory app. So run requirements.txt, make sure it's done. Now we need to copy the compose file. So I'm gonna copy the docker compose.yaml file. And that's my Docker compose. I'm gonna name this as my TensorFlow. Env file as app. So this is gonna be the env file. Volume, we're gonna mount the volume. That's the the port exposed, right? Now what we want to do is basically we have done that. We can define some environment variable. I'm gonna define one dummy variable called as name, so we can see the everything working together. So that's done. That's done. Now comes the inner directory, the app directory. We have the first thing that is requirements.txt. I'm gonna paste these requirements because these are the version necessary supported for TensorFlow 2. So I have tested out personally, so it's gonna work. So after that, we'll try to put the WSGI file. So I'm gonna come to the USGI. I'm gonna paste these configurations inside that one. Then after that comes the app.py and the API. So in the app, basically, before doing that, we'll go to the controller and we'll go to the views. So what we want to do is basically here we want to create our pre-trained machine learning model that we downloaded from the TensorFlow hub. I just showed you, right? Come to Elmo and download that. So you extract it, it's gonna be a zip file. So now we gotta paste those extracted zip file in that directory. And now we have to do some stuff here, okay? So I'm gonna say show in Explorer. Hopefully that should open up. So where did it open up? Give me one sec, please. It's kind of hard to maintain when you have multiple screens going on. So that's the one, and I'm gonna copy my pre-trained machine learning model. So there will be 3 files called as variables, saved, and assets. So I'm gonna copy all of that. Okay, I pasted here. Now I'm gonna start writing my code here in the views.py file. So let's do that. So of course I don't need the Elasticsearch. I need NumPy, TensorFlow. So the goal idea is to use pre-trained machine learning model in Docker container. So so now we'll basically use our env variable. Remember, we defined a variable name. So I'm gonna say name is equal to os.getEnv. Okay, so that's done. Now let's create a very basic RESTful API. So again, I'm gonna create an instance of app and API. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna create a TensorFlow class called as token. The job of the token is basically to create whatever word I pass in into token. So module URL is equal to os.get CWD, path is equal to API and /compute, which is basically, if you see this here, you want to make sure that these files are there in this API directory and inside module called as controller. So I'm gonna actually rename that. Hopefully that works. I think I have tested out everything, so should work. So now once that is done, what we need to do is one simple thing we need to do. We got to do a sys.path.append here just to make sure we don't have any errors. So I'm gonna add that. So I'm adding the folder structure here, the controller, because usually, you know, you will have issues whenever the folders are inside a nested one. So I usually do, you want to make sure that is inside it's there on the system path. So okay, so that's done. This is pretty simple, straightforward. Now let's write a very basic controller. I would say a hello world controller essentially. So it's gonna take so I'm gonna write here, right? I'm gonna say it's gonna take a name, right? Okay, so it's gonna take a name and we define a very simple get request. So let's say helper is equal to we'll call the class token. It takes words and that word is going to be self.name. Then we'll say then embedding is equal to, I'm gonna say helper dot, I'm gonna call the class, call the method token. I'm gonna return the JSON response. And embedding. So this is what my microservice does, which basically, you know, essentially does that. So that's pretty much it. Now what we need to do is we need to complete more steps here. So our controller is defined. Now we need to define it into the init file, the package file. So if I come here, what I need to do is basically I'm gonna just paste it from my snippets here. So let me see. So all I have to do is I'm gonna say I'm using this format. So from API.compute, instead of compute, my folder name is controller. So controller, the one dot views import and import the name of the, let me call embedding this. So just the names are different. So I'm gonna call the class called as embedding. Of course I need to define that, I know that. Let me complete that, otherwise it's gonna throw an error right there. So let me define my parser objects. That's done. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now let's define the package. So remember the class name is embedding. I'm gonna define that in the dunder init. And now this should be defined in the app. So I'm gonna use the relative imports here. So that's essentially it. Gonna remove that one. And here I'm gonna import that embeddings in the app folder. So pretty much it. Perfect. Now what I need to do here is I'm gonna basically make sure that it's on the EMBE embeddings. Okay, that's my API route. It's gonna be the IP address. That's pretty much it. So that's complete. My views is complete. All my directories are complete. Requirements is complete. WSGI file is complete. So callable is app. WSGI file is this. I guess that's this one I'm not comfortable with, but we'll double check on that one. Then we have an app. Then we have dev.env, and similarly all the project directories and or hierarchy, I would say. So let's kind of try and test it out. Might get errors. So if we do get errors, we'll try to debug it and see what the problem is actually. So I'm gonna say CLS and I'm gonna say Docker. First of all, I need to go in the directory. So I'm gonna say CD. I'm gonna say TensorFlow. So now I'm in that directory. So I'm gonna say Docker compose up tac build. So this should basically pull the images, the triangular image from. Could not find the env file, and I know why that error comes, because the env file that I have defined here should be in the inner directory. So let me actually try to change that. I knew that that's gonna be a problem, so let me actually fix that quickly. It's fine, and I'm gonna post this entire code on the GitHub so you can use this as a base template. So should be inside the app folder. So now that should work. 80, I think that's the. Let me just change that to 80. I'm gonna stop this because I'm gonna change this to 80. Okay, the port is 80. That's the only one thing I was confused about. So, and let me also change the volume here to something like this. So inside the app directory, user source app read write. So that should work. So let me just try it with that settings. Okay, so gonna try with that one. CD TensorFlow Docker compose up tac build. So with those settings, let's see what it does. So use Postman to make an HTTP call and see if the TensorFlow is installed correctly, and if it does, the word embedding. Yeah, let's see. So I'm still waiting. Usually it takes quite long time to install all of these dependencies and just start everything. So hopefully now it's recreating that. So the container is started up. Everything is stable, no errors. You can see. I'm gonna click on the button send, and it should send a request. And here you can see we got a token or word embedding from that. So that means TensorFlow is installed, TensorFlow Hub is installed, everything is installed correctly. So I'm going to conclude the video right here, and the entire source code is there on my GitHub account. So kindly make sure to go to the GitHub and see. You can use this as a base model. You can use this entire project as a base model and then start building REST APIs if you're doing something with TensorFlow. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If so, do give a like. If you have any more questions, kindly list your questions in the comment section below. And as usual, keep smiling, keep coding, and see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.